You know this moment well. You are speaking with a friend, a lover, a colleague, and suddenly the wrong word escapes your lips. A name you did not intend. A phrase you should not have spoken. And then you laugh, or you blush. And you say, "Oh, it was only a mistake." But was it really? The illusion of accidents. My entire life I have fought against the comforting illusion that accidents in speech are mere accidents. Society wishes to believe that when you say the wrong word, it is meaningless. A trick of the tongue, nothing more. But I tell you, there are no accidents in the life of the mind. When you stumble over words, when you forget a name, when your tongue betrays you, it is not chaos. It is order of another kind. It is the unconscious speaking, seizing the moment to make itself known. The slip of the tongue is not an error. It is a revelation. The everyday betrayal. Consider this. A man, married, loyal on the surface, attends a dinner with his wife. She asks him to pass the salt, and instead, without thought, he calls her by another woman's name. What has happened? Society will laugh. His wife will frown. He will deny. He will excuse. He will say, "I was distracted." But I say, no. The unconscious has spoken. A hidden desire, a secret thought, a forbidden attachment. It found a gap in his control, and it slipped through his tongue. Do you see the cruelty of it? The unconscious is patient, cunning, and merciless. It waits, it watches, and when you least expect, it whispers through your mouth. Language as a window. You believe language belongs to you. You imagine yourself master of words. But your words, I say, are not entirely yours. They are haunted. They are echoes of your past, your fears, your longings. The slip of the tongue occurs when two intentions collide, the conscious intention and the unconscious desire. And in that collision, one word replaces another. A truth is revealed, often disguised, often humiliating, but always meaningful. Why you laugh afterward. You notice, perhaps, that slips of the tongue often provoke laughter, not only in the listeners, but also in you, the speaker. But ask yourself, why laugh at something meaningless? The laughter betrays you. You laugh because you sense the truth beneath the error. You laugh because part of you knows that what escaped your lips was not random. It carried weight, even danger. Laughter is the mask we wear when the unconscious has spoken too loudly. The weight of memory. Let me take you deeper. Imagine you have promised yourself to forget an unpleasant event, a quarrel, a humiliation, a lost opportunity. And then, months later, you are telling a story. And suddenly, you mention this very event by mistake. Why now? Why here? Because your unconscious never forgets. Memory, when it is repressed, does not die. It merely hides, waiting to return, disguised. The slip of the tongue is one of its disguises. Thus, I tell you, every forgetting is a remembering in another form. The hidden wish. Now, I will show you something more dangerous. Imagine a man is asked in public to make a toast. He wishes to say, "Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to be here." Instead, he stumbles and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I am bothered to be here." The word changed. But why this word? Because his unconscious betrayed him. In truth, he did not wish to be there. He wished to be elsewhere. His polite mask cracked, and his tongue revealed the forbidden wish. Do you see? A slip of the tongue is not simply a mistake of sound. It is a revelation of desire. And desire, my friends, is the true master of your life. Everyday examples. Let me remind you of your own life. Have you ever called a teacher, mother, or father by mistake? Your unconscious was showing you the authority you projected onto them. Have you ever called your partner by an old lover's name? Your unconscious revealed that old flame still burns in you. Have you ever said goodbye when you meant good night? Your unconscious hinted at a wish for distance. Have you ever meant to say yes, but the word no slipped out instead? That was your unconscious revolting against your mask of agreement. Do you see? Every slip has a story. Resistance and denial. But here is where I must be honest with you. You do not like this truth. You resist it. You deny it. When I say that your mistakes are meaningful, you shout, "Nonsense. Coincidence. You see too much." Why do you resist? Because the unconscious is frightening. It contains the thoughts you forbid yourself to think. It contains the wishes you would rather die than confess. So when the unconscious reveals itself in a slip of the tongue, you rush to cover it, to deny it, to call it meaningless. But I assure you, it is not meaningless. The unconscious is patient. Do you think you can silence what you repress? No. The unconscious is like a patient hunter. If one path is blocked, it will find another. If you deny it in thought, it will emerge in dreams. If you deny it in dreams, it will emerge in symptoms. If you deny it in symptoms, it will emerge in slips of the tongue. And when it does, it mocks you. It says, "You believed you were master of yourself. But I, the unconscious, am stronger. I speak through your mouth, even when you wish to remain silent." Why it matters to you. Now, my friend, you may ask, why does this matter to me? What use is it to know that my slips of the tongue are meaningful? Because every slip is a message from yourself to yourself. The unconscious is not your enemy. It is a part of you, though hidden, though repressed. When it slips through your tongue, it is reminding you, "Listen, look at me, do not ignore me." If you dare to listen, you may discover hidden desires, hidden fears, hidden truths about your relationships, your ambitions, your guilt. If you ignore, you will live as a stranger to yourself. Allow me one last story. A patient once told me that he wished to visit his sick friend in the hospital. Yet, when he went to ask the porter where to find the ward, instead of saying, "Where is the ward of my sick friend?" he asked, "Where is the ward of my dead friend? Do you hear the slip?" He was shocked. He laughed. He excused it as fatigue. But I knew, and he knew, deep down, that part of him wished the friend dead. Why? Because the friend stood in the way of his ambitions. A terrible truth, revealed by one accidental word. Such is the power of the unconscious. So, I tell you, the slip of the tongue is never a trifle. It is the unconscious, peeking through the cracks of your speech. You may laugh, you may blush, you may deny, but you cannot escape. For the unconscious is not your shadow. It is you. And every time your tongue betrays you, it is not betrayal at all. It is a confession. Remember this, the next time you stumble over words. Do not dismiss it. Do not excuse it. Ask yourself, instead, what is it in me that wished to be spoken? For only when you dare to hear your unconscious can you truly begin to know yourself. I am Sigmund Freud, and your tongue, my friend, is often more honest than your mind.